Let's take a look at this Dell Latitude 7370 that I bought as an A-grade product. Should be 100% like new. I paid around 735 euros for this machine, so quite a high price. So let's actually see if the A-grade condition holds true. The machine, of course, came in this nice bubble wrapping. So let's check it out and have a closer look. I really like the look of this machine. I got the one with the carbon fiber lid, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and 256 gigabyte of SSD. You can see here there is definitely some fingerprint and some smudges on the lid itself. There are a few minor scratches, very subtle, hard to pick up on camera, but there was also this little dent here in the back. So yeah, I would say definitely not 100% like new. You can see right there, this is a permanent dent in the top cover. Let's look around the laptop itself. Rubber feet looks nice. No real scratches or anything on this side. Let's have a look at the left side. This is where the two Thunderbolt 3 ports and HDMI connection is as well. But you can see right there are some heavy scratches on this side. So definitely not A-grade. It actually looks rather used. At least it has been plugged in quite a few times and a lot of scratches around the Thunderbolt port. On the front side, only one LED power indicator. Nothing really there, looks pretty good. Right side here, you can see in the corner here, some of the coating is scratched off and bare aluminium is showing. Bottom side, you can see here there has been anti-theft locked at some point, and definitely had a sticker right there, and definitely not something I will qualify as A-grade. 100% like new, no scratches at all. You can see it's actually a quite deep scratches, and these cannot be removed. I have tried. Rest of the bottom looks pretty good else, but of course that's not what I paid for. I paid for a brand new product or something to be in the same condition as a brand new product. So now we're done looking outside the machine. Let's open it up and have a look inside the machine. On a first glance, the keyboard looks just brand new, but actually looking a little closer, I noticed that there were some key letters underneath the top layer. So I actually figured out this is actually an American keyboard that they have painted the Danish layout in top of. You can actually see below the painting that the old lettering is still there, and the backlighting just works completely awful in almost all of the keys because they just painted all the keys so that the light can actually not transmit through the keys or the keycaps themselves, which is kind of sucks. And I think really on the border of fraud here, because they didn't at all write anything about this on their website in any way. So I think they just painted the old American keyboard with a Danish layout and then sold them as brand new because, it has a keyboard that looks like new, then we can sell it as new. The touchpad looks quite alright, but yeah, let's move on to the screen itself. Anti-glare screen here. It's very effective actually. I got a lot of bright light here in my studio, and it's coping very well. That's also one of the reasons I wanted this machine, not only because it's completely silent, but it has a high resolution matte touch display, so it can work in almost all environments, but of course also this nice design. So yeah, the keyboard thing I'm very disappointed of, but you can see up here also some scratches. Not really grade A at all. So yeah, I'm definitely disappointed by the condition of this device. I mean, for the price I paid, it should be close to, if not brand new. But yeah, it got the nose camera right down there. It got physical buttons for the mouse, which I like. Fingerprint sensor. It got NFC connectivity, smart card reader, of course, Thunderbolt 3, HDMI, full-size USB 3.0, and so on, in a very small package, completely silent, carbon fiber lid, and everything. I really like everything about it, except for the condition I received this one. It's not grade A. It's not worth the money that I paid for this at all. I have contacted the store where I bought it, and they have not yet reached back to me. I told them I could keep it for a discount because it does work, and you're about to find out right now. But at this condition, I do not want to pay full price in any way. So if they give me a discount, I will probably keep it. Else I'll probably end shipping it back and getting a full refund. And if they don't get back to me at all, I will have to go through the whole complaint system, and that's a whole headache. But anyway, let's actually try and plug it in. I'm just going to use my MacBook Pro charger. I know that one is working. And of course, hit the power button. And there you go. It works. It's alive. Of course, it shows the Dell logo. And then I'm taken to the Windows setup screen. Of course, it comes with Windows 10 Pro. Actually, in Danish as well. I don't know if you can read this, but it says just in a moment. So yeah, they went all Danish on this American machine, at least camouflaging it as a Danish computer. I do not want to bore you with the Windows setup process, so I just went ahead and installed Windows on here, and I'm now running Geekbench. So let's look at the result for not only the CPU, but also the GPU. And again, I'm not expecting anything especially fast with this machine. It's a 1.2 gigahertz dual core CPU. It's a Y series CPU, so it's a 5 watt CPU, and it's running hyper-threading as well, so it can simulate. It has 4 cores, so it's not gonna be a speed demon, but anyway, in any means, but it's gonna be completely silent, and that's exactly what I want. So let's have a look at the CPU benchmark first, or the results here. You can see single core, I'm getting around 1349, and multi-core score, I'm getting around 6,071. So yeah, by no means a fast machine, but it's adequate for word processing and recording audio and stuff like that. And now to the impressive OpenCL score of 40,033. No gaming at all can be done with this machine, at least not AAA gaming. But yeah, not what this is designed for. It's word processing, web browsing, and in my case, I'm also going to try to record some audio with an external audio interface. Let's try Cinebench. Of course, this is Cinebench 20, so the newer one, so cannot really be compared with Cinebench 15. But let's just hit run and let it run for some time. This test takes quite a long time, so let's skip ahead. One thing I will say though is it kept its clock speed at around 1400 megahertz throughout the whole benchmark, and that's actually 200 megahertz faster than its base frequency of 1200 megahertz. So that's not bad at all, considering it's a passively cooled computer. So these are the Cinebench 20 score. You can see 285 CB, and that's really almost laughable. But considering, again, passively cooled and everything, it is sufficient for a lot of tasks. But if you're expecting to do any kind of heavy lifting with this computer here, you will be heavily disappointed. Disk speed is adequate, considering this is a 2017 machine, but we're looking at read a little bit above 1500 megabytes per second and write of a little bit above 400 megabytes per second. It's not fast by today's standard, but it is more than sufficient for most tasks. Let's have a look at the screen quality. This is the color gamut. You can see it can actually display 90% or 98% of sRGB and 75% of Adobe RGB, which is actually decent. It's got a very high resolution screen of 3200 by 1800 Infinity Edge display, so pretty much slim bezels all the way around. Of course, it has the nose camera as a result of this, but that was also one of the reasons I wanted this computer. Matte, high resolutions. It's decently adequate in terms of color gamut. Screen brightness is also adequate. I cannot measure that, unfortunately, because it has some sort of a screen brightness voodoo built into the firmware, where it adjusts the brightness according to what you're watching at or looking at. but it also has touch capabilities, so it's a full touchscreen as well. So yeah, one of the great things about this machine. Last thing we're going to take a look at in this video is the battery report, or the condition of the battery built in. Again, I bought this as a grade A product, both in terms of its physical condition, but also in terms of the battery condition. So the battery should be 100% brand new according to the seller. I will just state that I did not buy this from Dell, and this is not a hatred towards Dell. This is a third-party reseller that are selling used computers online. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, look at the battery condition here. It has a design capacity of 3,995 milliwatt hour, and the full charge capacity as of this image right here, after only 2 full charges of this machine, is 24,784. So the battery has actually lost quite a bit of its full capacity, and definitely not, again, a grade A. Nothing about this machine is grade A in any ways. I'm not saying this is a bad machine in any ways. I suspect this is a great machine, feels awesome, great build quality, and again, it's nothing against Dell. It's just that I bought and paid for a grade A, like new, or 100% like new product from a reseller, and did not get anything near to what I paid for. It's got a lower capacity battery, quite a bit lower capacity battery than if it was new. It has quite a few scratches, seem to have been used quite a bit as well. And of course, the keyboard is not Danish layout. It's just American keyboard that somebody painted Danish letters on, completely making the backlighting rather useless. And the overall condition of this machine is definitely in a used condition and not brand new condition. I have contacted the seller. So far, no reply as of this video. So yeah, if I don't hear anything soon, I will go take this case further and at least hopefully get some of my money back, if not all my money. I still really want this machine. I can fix all of these issues. I can get a new keyboard deck, new battery, and everything is available online. That's one of the great things of buying a professional machine. You can get almost all of the spare parts on third-party sellers, and are quite easy to get a hold of. So I can actually make this machine close to brand new if, again, I get in touch with the seller and we find a solution for this. But that's has been it for this video. Definitely not a happy buyer, and I will definitely not be buying anything from this store again. I hope you find this video helpful. Any comments, leave them down below. Until next time, thank you for watching.